Alright guys, in this video we are talking once again about Horizon Forbidden West. Specifically, we are focusing on the topic of Guerrilla Games apparently being lazy and reusing perfectly good animations. Obviously, when we look at a game like Horizon Forbidden West, we can all just agree that, yep, Guerrilla Games is lazy and they just don't want to put in the time and effort to make a quality game. Well, that is the logic that some individuals on Twitter are running with, and they are getting absolutely crushed, rightfully so, by, believe it or not, developers more than anyone else, which was something that was nice to see because, we are coming off of one of the biggest announcements in gaming history, right? That being that Microsoft is looking to acquire Activision Blizzard. And obviously, a lot of Xbox fans had a field day with that. You think that would be enough for most of them, but it turns out it wasn't. We have, I want to believe it's a small group. I want to believe that a small group of loud individuals on the internet who they just can't help themselves, I guess. They had to take to Twitter to just let everybody know that, look, if you're excited for Horizon Forbidden West, there's no reason to be. Because Guerrilla, they're just lazy developers and they're out here reusing animations. So we actually have an interesting write-up coming from Destructoid where they say, another day, another discourse. Pretty much anyone who plays games has some kind of opinion about them they want to share, and social media lets us, whether we should or not. There's always something sparking outrage on Twitter, and this time, the whole game dev Twitter is taking up arms against a user who basically called Guerrilla Games lazy because they reused an animation in a game sequel. Oh, the horror. Yesterday, this user posted a video showing a side-by-side comparison of an animation of Aloy using her grappling hook, one from Horizon Zero Dawn and one from the new gameplay footage of Horizon Forbidden West. The tweet simply reads, quote, copy and paste, unquote, a snarky way to say that the developers reused the same animation for the game's sequel. The video has since garnered over 1.2 million views and nearly 4,000 quote tweets on the platform. I think those numbers have since doubled or even tripled since the time this article was written up. It continues by saying a flood of posts from game dev Twitter came to Guerrilla Games' defense, discussing how much work goes into making a game and that developers don't have time to waste on recreating perfectly good animations. The replies and quote tweets are full of people basically putting this user on blast, but at least I don't see any that are agreeing with them. So this is something that honestly I'm happy to see. I really am, because I understand that when we talk about people on Twitter or just people on the internet in general who are extremists, radicals, people who just are talking nothing but nonsense constantly and just going off the deep end, nonstop. It's not just the Xbox side, right? It's with anything and everything. There are people on PlayStation side who are like that, Nintendo fans, PC gamers, whatever it may be. These individuals exist everywhere, but it's always nice to see when you have somebody come out and just say something so profoundly stupid, right? To just kind of see not the other side push back against them and put them in their place. And by other side, I would say PlayStation fans who want to let this person know, no, man, it's going to be a great game. They reused a really good animation here that should have been reused because it's a great animation. Why would they recreate a whole new animation for something like this from the ground up when they can spend that time and effort on something else, right? It doesn't make any sense. The pushback didn't actually come from the other side, from PlayStation fans. It came from game devs themselves, game developers who are coming out here to defend Guerrilla Games because they know how much effort is going into a game like Horizon Forbidden West. They know how hard the developers over there at Guerrilla Games are working to get this game out and to really deliver a quality, polished product. And it's just too easy for people on the internet, for people on Twitter to just, take 2 minutes out of their day to post some garbage like this and just essentially try to diminish that, to knock that down. You know what I mean? And it's just really nice to see that developers are coming out here to the defense of Guerrilla, because this reminds me of the conversation we had after we saw the uh, first trailer for God of War Ragnarok, when for some reason there were conversations being had across the internet that, well, I mean, it looks like God of War Ragnarok is not going to be as good as we thought it was, guys. And when people would ask why, like, why are you saying that? What do you mean? It looks great. They'll be like, did you not see? They reused the same boat animation. They reused it. So obviously that means they're lazy and they don't care about the game. And you can't expect a game that's reusing an animation to be high quality, to be a good game. I know that this sounds dumb, and that's because it is, but yet these are the conversations that people are having about games like this. And again, I don't want to make it sound like, oh, it's just people talking about PlayStation games this way. No, it's all over the place, right? There are times where there are valid criticisms and there are valid concerns. And then there are times where people are just pretty much running with anything they can to just try to slander something and knock it down, as I said, and just, in this case, I guess set themselves up to just be completely owned by hundreds of developers on Twitter, basically calling them out, saying, like, you literally have no idea what you're talking about, and you're just flat out being disrespectful to, a game development team who's clearly put a lot of time and effort into, as I said, making a good game. So, yeah, look, a lot of you guys were asking me to talk about this, and I was contemplating whether or not I wanted to, but I decided I did want to, because we need to stop this, like, for those who were really, really hyped about, Xbox and Microsoft and what they're doing, be hyped about that, be excited about it, but, don't come out here saying stuff like this just because you're upset that Sony's about to drop, another great game on the PlayStation platform. You don't have to be that upset that you have to come out here and basically start taking shots at some of the highest quality developers in the industry. It's just going to make you look foolish. And I think that that's obviously what we're seeing here. But I can also speak to the other side. If you're a hardcore PlayStation fan and you love Horizon and you love Sony and you love what PlayStation's doing, we don't have to come out here and kind of be the antithesis to this as well, right? I think that we can be better than that, and I would appreciate it, and I think it would be great if the PlayStation community as a whole could kind of, show that and just kind of, set that example, because clearly, we have people over here who claim to be Xbox fans. They claim to be all about Xbox. They should be focused on celebrating the recent acquisition news of Activision Blizzard, but instead they decide, what, why do that when I can just basically waste my time just trying to knock down a game like Horizon Forbidden West and discourage people from being excited about it. So yeah, that's gonna do it for the video, guys. I hope you did enjoy it. Be sure to leave your thoughts down in the comments below. Leave it a like if you enjoyed it, subscribe if you're new, hit the bell notification icon, and feel free to share the video out on top of all that. But until next time, guys, take care.